It is blue, it is blue. We did it. Manchester City just tarnished Bayern 3-0 at the Ethiad. And if you watch my prediction video, I predicted that Manchester City was going to score a lot. I gave my reasons. It was mainly the defense of Bayern is terrible. This morning I predicted Man City to beat 4-1, but they managed to score 3, and they could have scored around 7 goals because it was so many chances. It was so many gifts. It was so many gifts from Upamecano and the goalkeeper. Sit tight. We're going to analyze the whole game and talk about what happened to Bayern and why City destroyed them. Now, in the first half, the game was well balanced. Bayern had the possession at the end of the first half, but City was controlling the play when it comes to scoring goals, creating chances. City had the edge. They looked like the team that came to win. Bayern, on the other hand, they started really strong. Manchester City, I could tell there was a little bit anxiety, a little bit shyness in the whole team. But Bayern did so many terrible mistakes that City ended up getting more confident and more confident. Bayern literally yielded the game to Manchester City. And from that moment, when Rodri got the ball, he placed it on the left foot and perfectly hit it with full strength, and it went right into the goal. This might come out as the best goal from the Champions League this year. And Rodri, this guy don't know how to score normal goals. He just scored goals like this every once in a while. That is crazy. Y'all remember the one he scored in the Premier League? Whew. And another player, Bernardo Silva, bro thought he was Messi. Bro thought he was playing with kids. He literally was dribbling everyone. He dribbled the referee. He dribbled every Bayern player. He was dribbling everyone. Like, that is so disrespectful. Bernardo Silva was clutch. Grealish, he played his game. Everyone in the City squad was top. Stones, very well. Rodri, to me, is the man of the match. De Bruyne, even though they had Kimmich and Goretzka blocking him, he did what he had to do. He gave some key passes. Unfortunately, he may have gotten injured, and that's why they subbed him off in the middle of the second half. And we got to talk about Akanji and Ake. These guys were on the wing like they were bandits. These guys were on the wing like they were some police officers, security guards, anything you want to call it. And they were like, nothing is going through. As Coleman struggled to get through, Sané, he struggled to get through. That's why he always opened up in the center and took shots. He took like 3 crazy shots that could have been crazy goals. But Manchester City had Ederson that came out with a clean sheet. Top game from him too. But Akanji especially surprised me because he doesn't have a lot of speed. But he managed to block Coleman because Coleman was transitioning. He was switching from both wings. Stopped Sané and Musiala. Musiala, they even ended up subbing him off because they blocked him. He could not do anything. And in the first half, Haaland was a ghost. He was inexistent because, of course, he had the light on him, blocking him, cuffing him, handcuffing him, and Upamecano. First half, Haaland could not take any shots on goal aside from the miss. How did he miss this? If he scored this, this would have been amazing. I was like, why did you miss this, Haaland? You can't miss this, bruv. But the biggest issue of Bayern in this game was the defense. Upamecano played the worst game I've seen a center back play in my whole life. How can you give at least 4 bad passes that could have caused a goal, and one of them caused a goal? That is crazy. And I am so surprised, shocked that Tuchel did not sub him off, because a player playing like this tells you that he does not have any confidence and you should immediately sub him off. But Tuchel didn't do that, and exactly. Now Bernardo Silva got his goal. Now they're leading 2-0, and then they brought on Julian Alvarez because De Bruyne, it seems like they had to sub him off because he was touched. Maybe they were preserving him so that he doesn't get too injured, and they brought on Julian Alvarez. What a player that Manchester City has. How can you have a player that is so good like that on the bench. He came on, created a lot of chances, and he was at the origin of that goal, and Haaland got his one. Haaland did not play a great game at all, especially in the first half, but he scored his goal, and now he's at 11 goals in 7 games. Isn't that crazy? Haaland is just on the top on his own. And I think Manchester City has the team to win this Champions League. Now, Manchester City was playing at home, so they had the crowd with them. We saw how they booed Cancelo when he came on. Supporters did really great in this game to support their team, and Bayern was in shambles in the second half. They completely lost the confidence, they completely lost control, and this is exactly what Guardiola wanted. This is exactly what Manchester City wanted, and they got it. They got him 3-0. Now, I do not think there's any way Bayern can come back to this, because as I was predicting, Bayern is that's literally their best they can give. That's the best they can give, because the wingers are not in shape. You cannot bring on Mane and expect him to do something. He's not in shape yet. He just came off of an injury. But we were excited to see Tuchel versus Pep again. In that battle, Pep won by a mile, because I think Tuchel made a few mistakes, keeping Gnabry on the field, keeping Upamecano on the field, keeping Pavard on the field. Tactically, he lost this completely. Now, Bayern's going to receive Manchester City next week, and this game is going to be crazy, because we know how difficult it is to win over there at Bayern Allianz Arena. We know it is so hard. Man City not getting scored and scoring 3 is great for them. I think they are going through, and I predicted it. And exactly, they tarnished Bayern. I predicted 4-1, they won 4-0. They won 3-0. It could have been even more. It could have been even more. And exactly what I predicted happened. Manchester City destroying Bayern. But I also said that Bayern has more experience, and they showed it, especially at the beginning of the second half. They had so many chances, and we're not gonna forget the performance of Sommer. Neuer is miles ahead of him with the ball at his feet, but in his cage, ooh. Y'all remember that corner from Alvarez and Rodri header? I was so surprised how he saved it. Great performance from Sommer. Great performance from him. He played great. He could have been the man of the match, but he lost. But that was a great game. Very well balanced. Manchester City gave it all. They gave it all. Physically, I didn't think Manchester City was going to be this good, because they're playing against Bayern. But as I told you guys, the only strength that Bayern has was their midfield. And you can go back and watch it. The prediction video is right there on my channel. Their only strength was the midfield, and Manchester City played that. Played 4 in the middle. They were defending at a 4-4-2. They completely blocked the Bayern's defense. Even though Bayern was really holding Manchester City back, like De Bruyne, they really was holding these guys, not letting them get the ball. But at the end, who won? Manchester City won the game. Manchester City won the game from every aspect, and what a game. The Champions League, the Champions League game we were waiting for happened, and it was very well worth it. Now tomorrow we get to see Chelsea versus Real Madrid. I'm so excited for this one. Let's go. Thank you for watching this. Subscribe, support your brother, and let's keep enjoying Manchester City and Barcelona and other big games on this channel.